every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
Problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired great fans to care about our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors create an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things.
For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the whales moving together, in unison. These synchronized behaviors help to strengthen social bonds and allows them to problem solve as a group. These and other behaviors help them to be known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orca, and their common name is the killer whale. Our 5 whales have their own personal names: Takara, Sakari, Kamea, Tuar, and Kyuquot. And joining us out front are Takara, Sakari, and Kamea. Kamea is the youngest whale at 9 years old, and Takara is the oldest whale at 31 years old. Takara is the matriarch of our whale pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us, and they take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we're able to teach them husbandry or healthcare behaviors. Joining us at the slide house are trainers Casey, Danny, and Kylan to demonstrate some of these behaviors. One of the very first behaviors that we teach our whales is called a fluke present. In this position, the whale presents their tail flukes to the trainer. Now, while in this position, we are able to not only get a good look at the whale's entire body, but we also have access to the easy-to-see shallow veins in the white undersides of their tail flukes. At least once a month, our veterinarians are able to get a blood sample from these veins. And the whales are being calm throughout the entire procedure. During today's experience, you may see the trainers giving the whales a tail back massage or even a peck rub. Killer whales have very sensitive skin, so this is a great way for us to build our relationship with them. Now, collecting blood is just one of the ways that we are able to monitor the health of our animals. Another great diagnostic tool is knowing how much each individual animal weighs, which is why at least once a week, we ask our whales to slide up onto a killer whale size scale in one of our adjacent back pools, just as Takara is demonstrating now. While in this position, you'll notice that a good portion of her body is still in the water, from her dorsal fin all the way down to her tail flukes. This part of her body is called the peduncle, and it is made up of several very large and powerful muscles that can weigh several hundred pounds. So in order to get an accurate weight on animals, we simply ask her to lift them up and out of the water. And this is how we know that Takara is weighing in at over 4,700 pounds. It is important that we get an accurate weight on all of our animals to make sure that the younger whales are growing appropriately and that the older whales are maintaining a healthy weight. These are just some of the ways that we make sure that our animals are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
We're now going to take this moment down to the glass to learn a little bit more about how killer whales learn. Observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the development of a young killer whale. From the moment they are born, they learn necessary life skills by playing follow the leader with their mothers and other members of the whale pod. And here at SeaWorld, they learn by playing follow the leader with us as well. So our friend at the glass is going to help us demonstrate this with Sakari. As you can see, she's paying very close attention. Killer whales have excellent eyesight both above and below the water, and they are very curious animals. We often see them engaging in behaviors such as spy hopping or jumping completely up and out of the water to get a better look at their surroundings. And one of those behaviors is called a sighting bow. Let's see if Sakari can help us see a sighting bow today. she saw, and she is taking off to the bottom of this 40-foot pool to jump completely up and out of the center. Wow, that was incredible. Let's talk a little bit more about vocalization on the other side of the glass. Killer whales communicate in a variety of ways, one of which is vocalization. They can make a variety of sounds by manipulating the muscles around the blowhole on the backside of their head. Let's see if Takara can help us demonstrate one. That sounded great. Did you know that scientists believe that when the whales jump completely up and out of the water, it may be a way of communicating to make their presence known? This is because sound waves travel approximately 4.5 times faster through water than they do through air. So when they jump completely up and out of the water and come crashing back down onto the surface, that sound can be heard for miles. And that behavior is called a breach, which Takara will demonstrate now. That was incredible. Let's give a round of applause for our audience volunteers. As you can see, killer whales can communicate by making a huge splash. Through the observation and research of the animals in our care, we've been able to uncover many mysteries about these incredible whales. For example, we know that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that is impossible to obtain in the wild. However, some information can only be gained through field observation, which is why SeaWorld works with our partners, such as the Norwegian Orca Survey, to further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icebergs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips it in feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tails.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt, use food slams to stun their prey, and will even beach themselves up and out of the water. For our whales, it's a fun demonstration, but for you, it's time to get wet. Killer whales are amazing athletes. They can eat several hundred pounds of food a day. Depending on where they live and the time of year, this prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose very serious threats to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassadors of the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable. Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore.
The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
All around the world, it's a brand new day. Open up your eyes, scout around the way. Every different creature, beautiful, unique, is counted in the treasure of our diversity. From the highest high to the deepest deep, so much mystery. We are all inspired by this one big world. Every shade of love flows through each of us. And as our hearts unite, we come alive. We feast our lives and see how marvelous is this one big world. Let's all take a journey, explore the great unknown, wonder at creation. Everywhere we go, miracles surround us. Wherever we may roam, privilege unites us. To call this earth our home. From the highest high to the deepest deep, so much mystery. We are all inspired by this one big world. Every shade of love flows through each of us. And as our hearts unite, we come alive. We feast our lives
appreciation for killer whales, just as they have for all of us. We will continue to learn from the whales in our care, and we hope that you will too. Enjoy the rest of your day right here at SeaWorld San Antonio. Bye, everyone!
Follow SeaWorld on Facebook and Instagram to keep track of our latest rescues and find out more about the animals in our care. Thanks again, everyone, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day at SeaWorld.